Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, girls and boys and girls. Welcome back to our channel, Inspiration Minister David. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications, let you know our channel is back on. Dropping stuff and stuff is falling all down all around me. Maybe you know what I'm about to get ready to talk about. So hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, let you know our channel is back on. Hope everything been good since the last time we met up. I'm not gonna hold you long. I just want to get into this. You already know what's going on. We got a war going on with Iran. And now they're talking about sending a drought. Talking about bringing a drought in. To drought our sons and our daughters. And, the rich people, the wealthy people. They have to worry about their children going to the war, fighting for the war. But, it is what it is. I told you this was going to happen a couple years ago. I saw it. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification. Let you know our channel back on. Have a drink on me, man. We should have a drink for real. Wow. I don't want to hear any excuses why you voted for him. But, when I think about it, they both the same bird with different feathers. What's going to happen is going to happen. You see, everyone has a script to follow. They just need someone who has audacious, who has that I don't give a F personality to be the blame man, the scapegoat, and he fit it perfectly, but here's the deal. Here's the deal. Today, our message today, our bill today is entitled The Hidden Meaning of the Word Soldier. I love you too. This is serious. We're in a fucking war. Gas is going up 30 to 40, 50 cents daily. Everything will go up financially. Be ready for that. But I told you. Yeah, let me get my pointer. I told you. Damn it. I told you. You see, the word soldier is literally S-O-L, soldier, D-I-E-R, which means death of the soul or death of the son, S-U-N. Traditionally, the death of our sons, S-O-N-S. Saul or soul, S-O-L, is Latin and French for son. For the word soul, we also get soul, S-O-U-L. Simply because the ancients knew that the sun is necessary, requisite for all life, and that the sun was responsible in some way for the intelligence that drive our thinking or consciousness, which was referred to as the soul. When I think about what I'm about to get ready to talk about, my baby son is 17 years old. They're not going to get their sons and daughters to go fight for them. They're going to get our sons and daughters. You see, as modern priests, our perceived authority figures, the government officials, and medical clerics, new priests in white robes, all manipulate us today with fake stories that attempt to explain our world. The ancient manipulators in the past were no different in regards to son sacrifice. S-U-N, sacrifice. Everyone is familiar with the stories of the ancient Mayan or the Aztec priests organizing human sacrifice and throwing their victims down the sides of the ancient pyramids in Central America. And these priests would lie, L-I-E, to the public, as authority does the same thing today. Telling the people that in order for the sun to rise the next day, certain members of the general public had to be sacrificed to the sun god, S-U-N, God Ra. The game is to be sold, not told. These sacrifice victims were referred to as soul, S-O-U-L-diers, or soldiers, from the people whose soul needed to be released from their human bodies in order to please the gods. This type of human sacrifice never went away, of course. This lie was critical for the ruling class because the open unaliving of people by the state kept their millions in line through fear, fake expectations appearing real, and trauma. What we know today is PTSD, or trauma-based mind control. The average person who observes modern state unaliving in public ceremony like 9/11, JFK, CNN war coverage, Charlie Kirk, the maid in Canada, mass death by injection during certification of vaccine ID. You know what I'm talking about. Certification of vaccine ID, etc., etc., etc. Becomes a very obedient human as our natural fear of death programs the human nervous system to obey what the authority demands. The sun would always rise the next day after the ancient pyramid sacrifice. And yet the lies are necessary. They are requisite to govern the terrorized masses who become reflexively obedient in their fearful, traumatized state. You see, all war traumatized the soldiers, these soul, S-O-U-L-diers. The CNN Criminal News Network war coverage traumatized the public, the absent mothers and fathers, traumatized the children, plus the partners of the soldiers. Everyone becomes destabilized, which only benefits the ruling class, who can more easily dominate the unstable society. You see, there's no thing, you dig? There's no thing or nothing new under the sun. And this trauma circle, it keeps our society in a perpetual state of decay by which the general public are easier to govern, steal from, manipulate, lie to, and control. The wars are all organized with this effect in mind, alongside with many other nefarious agendas they are never openly spoken about. You see, our real enemies are to be found within our own borders, disguised as our meta-bell political leadership, a better male political leadership. I have to break that down, say that slow, so you can understand and understand and overstand and understand who and what I'm talking about. And speaking of who will never fight a day in their empty and meaningless lives. None of the children of our misleaders, because they're not leaders, they are misleaders, will ever go to war, because these families know that the wars are for the slave class only. Our misleaders steal our money, our lives, our peace, and our souls. And our soldiers belong at home, making their communities stronger alongside their families. And we all need to be ready to protect our families, but only if a real enemy invades our homeland. He said, we've been spoiled. We've been privy to this security of the United States, snakes for a long time. But what if? You dig? What if it happened over here like it happened in other countries? You feel me? Our leaders know that without our energy, life, and soul sacrifice to keep us all in line, their days of ruling down here are over. And let's give them that gift this year. Shall we? Soldiers are lied to today in the same manner they were lied to in the past, as the ruling group offers the death of their souls or their life energy, which is the sun/photon bundles that orbit inside of all of us and inside of them. So the ruling class can perpetuate this form of trauma, base mind control, all in plain sight. All the evidence you need is in the word itself. S-O-L, soul, the sun, dier, D-I-E-R. The death of the soul, the death of the sun, the death of our sons, S-O-N-S, and also the death of our daughters now as well. I must emphasize this, that our misleaders, not leaders, our misleaders are in the mass sacrifice business. We are the energy or food for the ruling group, and we're being consumed quicker than ever before as we represent the fuel that powers the dark, evil, nefarious, and ancient plans for the Middle East. They had to go by the script. You did? The scriptures. They fall in the Bible, right? The chosen people, right? Their land, which was created in the 40s, 1940s. Search, unlearn, relearn, and learn. And maybe it's time to understand their black magic tricks. If the audience finally understand the tricks of the magician, the magic show falls. The magic show falls and fails to impress or have its desired effect. We're in the war. The battle is for your energy, your minds, your soul. Our babies. Again, I have a 17-year-old son. Yeah, it's real. If you made it this far in our Inspirational Minutes with David, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications, and let you know our channel is back on. Know that if I love me, I love you. And when you love you, you love me in return. It is seriously real. I talked about this. Go look back a couple years ago. I talked about this. I saw it. It's real. We must come together as a people. Unlearn, relearn, and learn. As a people, it's more of us than them. Only if we come together. Only. I'm going to leave you in peace. Positive energy. Always create evolution. Positive energy and peace. I love you. I love you in truth. Peace.